Question for today, Tracy Wood. Is the Hospice of Chattanooga leadership beyond reproach? Tracy Wood, I have a question for you. Do you respond to the citizens of zip code 37406? Or do you focus your attention on zip codes with higher economic demographics? I ask myself, why would Tracy Wood repeatedly ignore my attempts to contact her? After all, I did include my name, address, and telephone number in the 2 letters that I drafted and sent to her. The first letter was sent through the mail July 5th, 2022. That's this year. No response back to me. The second letter I physically hand carried to the Hampton Place location, August 3rd, 2022. The man I handed the letter to told me that your administrative assistant would receive that letter. Still, no response back to me as of October 17th, 2022. Maybe I live in a zip code that you are convinced is a marginally significant zip code. I ask questions simply because sometimes people are strategically placed in positions like politicians. Sometimes those placements inherently include the expectation of selective interaction with the community. I sincerely hope you are not such a strategic placement. I live in the Black community, also referred to as African American, Black American, Hebrew, Islamic, Semitic. Whatever category you are comfortable with applying to my community is fine with me. What I hope to ensure is that your demonstrated disregard, at least to me, is not an established trend within the Hospice of Chattanooga organization. But do consider that anything that happens twice does constitute a trend. I was given questionable consideration when I interacted with your Dr. Loker, and now I have received questionable consideration from you. Just saying. I am hoping the current culture of Hospice of Chattanooga can rise above the aforementioned demonstrated trends. Quite often, beyond the many accolades a person receives, the true and hidden character of a person emerges in the interstitial events, challenges, and inconveniences. Hiding behind a corporate persona and academic achievement may impress some people, but certainly not all. Those benchmarks mean nothing if you lose the compassion to avail yourself to legitimate concerns from those you demonstrate a marginalization towards. Should never marginalize people. Carrying the water for others in your organization can be a dubious undertaking. As a consideration, I will share the following bits of wisdom with you. Never allow yourself to be taken captive by the technicians in your organization. Never carry the water for your employees. Manage your employees before they manage you. Manage your employees before they cause you to be managed by other people. Use your position to create blessings for people, not primarily as a stepping stone for your career. Embrace the inconveniences you encounter. Quite often, inconveniences reveal what you need to know. Now, I am well aware that your executive performance is guided by corporate KPIs, key performance indicators. And I also realize your success is influenced by the political realities of your work environment. However, don't forget, you are in a position of trust, responsibility, and accountability that's normally reserved for a few unique individuals in leadership positions. In reference to my first letter describing my interaction with Dr. Locker, I mentioned previously serving as a Hospice of Chattanooga board member. My time as a board member was with Clark Taylor and Ben Johnson, who were both predecessors to the position you now hold. I never saw or heard of them discounting the concerns of any aggrieved individuals. They routinely displayed the mindset that the public was the greater purpose of Hospice of Chattanooga, and not an inconvenience. Tracy Wood, I optimistically hope you grow beyond your demonstrated disregard. If you feel the need for additional advice, well, you know how to contact me. As a closing thought, my recommendations for you include: 1. Publicly publish a mechanism that removes the bureaucratic gatekeepers that isolate you from the communities you are supposed to serve. 2. Hold accountable your employees acting beyond the scope of their official duties. 3. Hold accountable employees behaving in a manner not congruent with the organization's mission statement. 4. Publicly, and I say publicly, publish organizational metrics documenting equitable community engagement congruent with a corporate 501c3. I sincerely hope you engage with the information I am presenting to you. Do your best and be blessed. Ronald Roberts.